my wife's parents were both caught up in the war on drugs. My mother-in-law, she was working at a company, sliced her finger, like the tip of her finger got cut off, and she ended up getting a settlement. And man, they partied hard. They partied a little too hard, and they both ended up going to prison. And then because of the drug laws back then and the war on drugs, they got some pretty harsh sentences. And then, then the cycle starts of like, now my sister-in-law is trying to raise the girls at 12. She's robbing and stealing. She gets arrested. She then gets pregnant at 15. And so the cycle just continues of despair and fatherlessness,
Generational trauma.
Generational trauma. Yeah. Yeah. My wife, by the grace of God, like she ended up going to live with her best friend when she was in high school. And that's how we met. We met in high school. And the best friend, white evangelical Christian family, mother and father in the home. They weren't perfect, but they were great. And that kind of like removed her from a lot of like being in these pretty rough environments. And we met after that. We got married. And when we got married, we knew it's like, hey, we are not going to repeat these cycles. We're not going to continue the fatherlessness. Like we're going to figure this thing out.
You guys broke it together.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been married 17 years now, together 21.
Congratulations.
I think she's the one. Yeah, she's great. My wife is great, man. Yeah, we got 2 kids. Levi is 10. Zoe's 4, and we got one on the way in November. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Another boy.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. How many kids you got?
2.
2. How old are they?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Oh man. I got a 4-year-old. It's such a fun age. Boy or girl?
Boy, girl.
Boy, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kids are the best, man.
They are. They definitely change your perspective on the world.
Yeah.
And how you carry yourself.
A lot, like the men I'm speaking to are coming from, similar backgrounds, struggling. And a lot of what I'm trying to get them to understand is like, dude, like you're going to get married one day and like your wife is going to want to stay home and just be a mom and be with her babies. And the data supports that too. Forbes did a study about a decade ago, 86% of working women prefer to stay home if they were given the opportunity, and then this is not Christian.
86%.
This is a little dated. This is probably around 75 now. Want to stay home for a season when they have kids. This is working women with kids. They prefer to stay home if they were given an opportunity to. And some women grow resentment if they aren't. And that conversation is very unpopular, And so my advice to young men is like, bro, there's a future version of you that's like depending on this version of you to make good decisions. And if you don't make good decisions, like you're going to pay for it later.
I love that. There's a future version of you.
Yeah.
Depending on what you do.
No one told me this stuff. Like when I was 20, new to the faith, like no one sat me down and was like, hey man, like you got to go make some money, bro. Like you can't, and you got to stop getting into debt. Like you got to clean this stuff up because at 28, 29, like your wife's going to want to have kids and she's going to want to stay home. She's not going to want to be a boss babe in 12 weeks. Again, like after pushing out a human, no one told me these things. And again, by the grace of God and really through Dave Ramsey's stuff, like we were able to clean up our finances and got out of debt. And it was so life-giving, to have that stability and then transition into music full time and in YouTube. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good line, right?
I love that.
You could sauce it up. You could talk about sci-fi movies. Sometimes I'll talk about like my favorite movies or sci-fi movies, time travel movies, and the timeline continuum, and so you can really sauce it up. But yeah, I think it's so real because when you don't have the motivation, you have all the time in the world. When you have the motivation, kids, a wife, people depending on you to provide, you don't have a lot of time. And so if I can say, hey man, while you have the time, let's make you an asset to your current employer. Let's not go in and try to get the most amount of money for the least amount of work. No. You're going to show up and you're going to be the best dude. You're going to be the first to come, last to leave, most competent, working your face off. And in that, you're going to be a greater asset to your current employer. And I'm sure you appreciate that. You have an amazing team here of just studs that are crushing it. Those people end up being amazing in an organization, but they could also go on and do their own thing if they want to because they're competent, they're stable, they're confident. And people don't understand that. Like they don't understand that. Like, man, you got a window of time from 20 to 25 before you're married with kids. Like figure this stuff out. Yeah.
Well, man, Awesome interview.
Man, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is a copy for you, so maybe you could take a peek sometime.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. And I want to say congratulations to you and your wife on breaking generational trauma.
Thank you.
And that's a huge thing. We talk a lot about that here, so
Thank
I love
you.
it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I learned a lot.
All right.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Hey everyone, I got big plans coming up for this channel. More commentary, some interviews, and eventually it's going to be to go to biblical sites and do videos there on the history of the Bible. We're talking Sodom and Gomorrah, Mount Sinai, walking Jesus' footsteps, and there's two things I need to do that. One, of course, God Almighty, and the second one is you, so hit that subscribe button.